So as you guys have noticed, Bitcoin is up. XRP is up. And this further pushes the reason why we continue to talk about Bitcoin in these XRP videos, because basically Bitcoin dictates what the market does. And we're seeing that case in point today. So in today's video, I want to go through the latest news. I want to talk about my XRP trade and what I'm about to do with that. So if you guys appreciate that sort of thing, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave me a little comment down there if there's anything you want me to add to these videos on a daily basis. And just before we go further, I want to remind you that this video is based solely on my opinion and what I'm personally doing in this market. I want to also let you know that some of the links below are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a commission, but this will be at no extra cost to you. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy sitting in his room. So for more information on this, head down to the description and let's jump into it. So looking directly at the XRP trade. So I don't want to say I told you so. I don't want to say I predicted this exactly, because that's not fair. I was looking at the chart, and the chart was telling me, I think we're about to move up. That's why I managed to average down my XRP trade, which we see right here. My average open price, $2.12, now in 26% profit, which is almost $6,000, which is absolutely wonderful to see, right? But right now we are playing with the resistance that I was looking at. So when we were down here, I said the first place I want us to break is this resistance at about $2.35. Right now, XRP is finding some resistance at that $2.35 mark, and we need to wait to see what happens if we break this or if we get rejected. Now, the key to my trading strategy is when we've had a euphoric move to the upside, I know you guys aren't going to like this, but we take some profits from the trade. This protects our downside. So it's as simple as hitting close, going down, and I'm going to take how much do we have? I'm just going to take a little 5,000 XRP off the table, 5,000 XRP off the table, which should give us a decent amount of profit, just over $1,000 there banked from the XRP trade. As simple as that, no emotion attached. I still have my XRP in my spot bag, completely untouched. But what I've done is I've managed to take some profits out of this move. So if we do end up getting rejected, which we don't know will happen yet, but if we do end up getting rejected, guess what? I have the dry powder I took out here that I can add in back here. Now, of course, some people are going to say, well, Connor, obviously XRP is going to go higher. All you had to do was wait. And then if it does go higher, people will be calling me an idiot up here. But what they forget to or lack to understand or reason is we've taken out a small percentage. We have $1,000 in profit banked. We have our stop loss, so we can't lose money, right? It's a break-even stop loss now. And this means that if we do head higher, guess what? We got more money to take off the table. All the while, I still have my spot XRP untouched until I feel like we are in euphoria for the altcoins. When will I decide that we're in euphoria for the altcoins? There's a few different data points that I'm looking at. One, for example, will be Bitcoin's dominance. We want Bitcoin's dominance to fall off a cliff like it did back here. In this brief time here, that Bitcoin's dominance fell off by about 11%. That's when we saw XRP do this big move to the upside right here, over 400% gain. So we had a 400% gain. We had Bitcoin's dominance falling off a cliff, right? We had Bitcoin's dominance falling off a cliff. And we had our move into the alt season. Now, for some reason, I'm not able to see this chart right now, which is very annoying. But you know the alt season index that we talk about? There we go. We did move into it. There we go. That's where XRP did that 450% move. So if all of those things happen all at the same time while we're in extreme euphoria here on the Fear and Greed Index, that is opportunity for me to take profit from the spot market. I also will couple that with Google Trends, XRP search term. You can see same time we had XRP at very close to all-time highs for the search term. So that's the data that I look at and that I use for my trades. Right now we have none of those things, but we do have an impulsive move to the upside. So I want to make sure, just in case we get rejected, just in case we get some left field news come out from, for example, these two, we don't know when that will come. And if that does come and we get a push to the downside, guess what? I got dry powder now to do what I want with. Now, if you want to trade yourselves, we have a link to BitUnex down there in the description. over $8,000 in USDT worth of newbie benefits waiting right now. All you need to sign up is email address, password. But guys, there is terms of service when it comes to the 8,000 USDT rewards, and you need to read the user agreement and the Bitcoin privacy, or the BitUnex privacy policy to understand this exchange, and make sure you research it before you sign up. But I'm trading on there and it works really well for me right now. Now, there's something important coming this week that is going to affect the price of Bitcoin, in my opinion. On the 11th of June, CPI data will be released, and this is going to be very crucial. Okay, a lower than expected print will put more pressure on the Fed to act fast. By act fast, we mean reduce interest rates, which is what we want. Reduction in interest rates will bolster the price of things like the S&P 500. Might not be a long-term push, but in the short term, it will bolster these prices, and I believe that will roll over into Bitcoin, potentially moving it into all-time high territory. Now, we don't know that for sure. We could get worse than expected CPI, which will push the price down for Bitcoin. This will also push the price for altcoins most likely down, which again reiterates the reason why I take profits from these trades and I protect the downside with stop losses from where I think is a good point. All right, guys, so we don't know for sure, but this week is going to be very bumpy for Bitcoin, for XRP, and overall we do have some good news happening in the market, but we need to always stay or err on the side of caution just in case things don't go our plan. Now, with that said, Bitcoin's price right now on a technical level is right now playing with our what was a support, right? So let me just flip that into red so we know. When we were up here, just on the lower 1 hour chart, we were bouncing around these two regions, and now we're playing with that again as resistance. Now, we tried and got rejected right here, so this is actually a very important level for Bitcoin to break. Hopefully we can break it. If we do not break it, then a move to the downside is likely. Now, how did we predict that this could be on the horizon, that this could happen? Well, simple. The Bitcoin exchange liquidation map. Yesterday, there was way more shorts than there were longs. That's why I was bullish. Now we have flipped once again. There are more longs than there are shorts. Now, guys, don't fall prey to this sort of nonsense, right? Because this is what's happening. Now everyone is going long here rather than going long here. And guess what? When we were here, the market was going short. Everyone was going short at support. Now they're going long at resistance. Now, this may very well break out, but the majority of people will get liquidated or caught on the wrong side, because we'll probably get some sort of volatility like that if we do break it. And guess what? That is going to wreck all of the people who are jumping into late long positions, because they don't want to go against the grain. They want that confirmation bias that you get when you follow the crowd. Now, following the crowd doesn't really get you very far in crypto because of the amount of manipulation. When a lot of the crowd is going one way, normally we swing violently to get rid of those people before the price moves up or the price moves down, depending on the way that you're trading. So that's what's happening right now, guys. If you do want to trade, BitUnex, link down there in the description. Remember, terms of service will apply to this 8,000 USDT reward, but potentially you can get your hands on this if you do follow the affiliate links down there in my description. BitUnex has over 1 million global users and over 200 million in volume a day, guys. So not a tiny unknown exchange by any stretch, and they've so far had 0 incidents. They've got cutting edge encryption according to them, and a reserve fund of 1 to 1. So if you guys want to check this out, my links are down there in the description. I appreciate every single one of you, and hopefully the XRP trade will continue to print for myself, and I'll keep you guys up to date with what's going on. See you in the next one. Peace.